Hi there. Oh, excuse me. This is Bob Wilmer, and I'm here to share with everyone in the world, or whoever will be listening, my experience as a human being, and of course the reason why I died, and why I specifically allowed myself to die. Fascinatingly enough, I am still alive in a sense of that I'm not completely gone. I may have died, but it's fascinating because the essence of who I am and who I was here on earth still remain, not completely. You know, how each and every single being that has ever been in my world here on earth remembers me can basically be erased. The world, heaven, or heaven if you want to refer to it as that, the dimensions have changed completely. It was quite a surprise for me, to a certain extent, finding myself in the dimensions after I've died, because God, so many people expect that when you die you don't exist anymore. You know, it's the end, and to an extent that is true, because in terms of who you are here on earth is what I've learned so far is what everyone call in terms of a vocabulary sense would be consciousness systems, that human beings, well myself actually here on earth was but like a programmed system, and that's what all human beings have become in this world. What can I say, you're programmed to trust and believe that your thoughts, when you start thinking that you're apparently alive and that it's who you are that's thinking, speaking back to you, what you feel, what you experience, what you do, what you become, everything. It's a lie. It's not true. If you have to take yourself and go, okay, I don't necessarily have to do anything specifically, go to school or get education, go to university, apply for a job, etc. What would you actually do in this world? And that's what I discovered when I died. I looked at my life and I realized, what I did, I loved and I enjoyed it thoroughly, but in essence that's not what I would have actually done as something that supports me. Because everyone is money driven in this world, including myself. Certainly every person is, even the poorest to the richest. They want money, they want more, everyone wants more money. This world is powered by greed, and it forces you to succumb to an existence of survival, and that survival takes you to drives you to have an education, to go to college, university, get a job that provides you with a sufficient amount of money. If you are born in a privileged home, or naturally if you are self-motivated and self-directive enough to support yourself, no matter where you are placed in the world, to get what you want. And it's actually quite sad because, when I died, I looked at my life, I looked at myself, and I realized, Jesus, but this is not who I am. What's going on here? I could actually see my entire life in front of me, looking at everything. From the moment I was born, all the people in my world, what I did, why I did it, and it was all money driven. It was all, most of my school years and my university years was done because of my parents fucking said so, and because everyone else says you have to do that, otherwise you're not going to survive. And what is the end game always? The end game is to always get money. Money, money, money. It's fascinating. Even who you become, really, your personality, your behavior, everything is defined upon that one placement of the requirement of money. And when was it? Okay, this might sound strange because I'm certain there's many human beings that don't fully comprehend what's actually driving this world, who's actually behind it all, what is actually behind it all. At the moment, what exists in this world is human beings, is what I refer to as consciousness systems, which would be your mind, your thoughts, your personality, your behavior, how you relate to people in your world, what your experiences in this world with other beings. And that is unfortunately at the moment busy driving this world. And all human beings are stuck in that construct of requiring money. Money equals your God at this moment. I'm certain, religion is able to be placed in like a certain category there, but in essence money is the God of this world. Money is the God of each being's experience as who they are, what they do, everything. Just have a look at it. Everything you are, everything you base your life on, everything you do is based on money. And we're talking so much about money at the moment. Most of the dimensional beings are writing about it. Some very fascinating things. But what I'm wanting to say is the following: is that the moment you die as who you have become here on earth. Meaning, meaning you die as that whole picture. If you take yourself and you say, okay, I stand here in front of the mirror. This is who I am. This is my likes. This is my dislikes. This is what I enjoy. This is what I think about this. This is what I think about that. This is my view about what is good, what is bad, what is right, what is wrong. Your whole package. If you take your entire package and say, yeah, this is who I am. Now imagine that is what dies when you die on this earth plane. And when you cross over, there exists something beyond that. It's not that it doesn't exist in this world. Understand? I'd say it's more that that part of you, that expression of you is suppressed. And it's been suppressed for a very long time here on earth because, like you're born here with an openness, like a vastness of expression, yourself. And then kind of you grow up in this world, and then you have these people in your world, and you see these people, you view their behaviors, you view their actions, and you go, but hey, that's how they're acting, that's how that one's speaking, and that's how that one dresses, and you kind of shape yourself according to everyone else in your world. And then, you go to school, normally like everyone else, and from there you maybe start seeing things, here and there, words, on television or whatever, and you go, I want to do that. And mostly that is money driven. If you look, most people that go into jobs or work opportunities that have a lot of money is like these very serious type suit things or sports, etc. But it's still an entire business. I wouldn't say that there's anything in this world at the moment that's supporting you, that's supporting who you are from the moment you've grown up, because you're molded and shaped according to this world, according to society when you grow up in this world, and then you're so caught up in everything that you think what you want is what you want, but it's not actually, it's money driven. And maybe occasionally, yes, there may be a person that actually does something that supports their self-expression, but fuck, they don't earn enough money. It's fascinating. The more you're kind of molded according to society and you conform yourself to what other human beings are, the more you're attuned as acceptable to everyone else, and then you make money and you're off. I've got my house, I've got my car, I've got all the gadgets, and I've got my computer and got my laptop and got my, I'm satisfied with my life. But you get to a point where I got to, while I was here on earth actually, I sat there and I went, is this all there is? I actually had a look at my life. And, it's fascinating because it's only, why is that? Only at the age of what, like, God, I was over 40, you start wondering and you look at your life and you're saying, what did I miss? What did I miss out? And by then it's already too late to do anything else. Because you're deemed as too old, and everything you've wanted to do you can't because it's out of your grasp at that moment, and you're already stuck in a job that you're supposed to be doing that's earning you a relative amount of money that's supporting you effectively. And it's like, it's scary, when you sit there and you go, what's happened to my life? What am I right now? What am I doing? The same thing every day, over and over and over again. Yes, there may come different people in my world. I may, the games and the whatnot may change, but who I am in this entire picture remains the same. Who I am in this world remains the same. it's not changing. And so I decided to leave because this decision I made was made on a, let's call it the who you really are level, meaning at the moment humanity is suppressed as who they really are by consciousness systems inside them, which include, as I've said, your mind, your entire mind system, which is what you think, what you feel, what you experience, your behaviors, your personality, your entire package of who you are right now. That would be consciousness systems, a mind consciousness system. And that is allowing suppression of yourself as who you really are. And to be able to understand that, it's quite scary, because you think, okay, no, this is what I am now, this entire package of me, this is who I am, and you'll fight it and you'll justify it and you'll go, but you can't tell me who I am. To a certain extent, I can't tell you exactly what I am, because we're all in that essence of who we really are, equal and one. Yet we're individual in that expression. Your individual expression, no, I'm not able to explain. Yet oneness and equality in this world and in existence, that does exist. That I am able to explain. Where all has the ability to exist in oneness and equality and express their individual self-expression. Imagine that. Just imagine that for a moment. Where this world and all human beings on earth, including those in the dimensions, yes, and they do exist, because here I am, Bob Bulmer, and I'm speaking to you right now, and I did not die, yet I did. Imagine that. Everyone open, everyone vulnerable, everyone free in their self-expression, everyone trusting themselves, everyone trusting each other. Fuck. That is amazing. And the expressions of yourself is endless. The opportunities of your self-expression is endless. It's not limited. You're not confined to have to survive in this world to fucking make money. And so I left, and it was quite a story, to leave my physical body and understand my physical body and who I was here on earth was a system. It's just systems that it's so bad you won't believe. These systems actually integrate into your flesh, into your physical system, if you look interdimensionally at this entire situation. And I actually had to, now I am speaking of who I am within this physical body and this consciousness system, as my entire package is who I was on earth. So I had to actually pull and stretch myself out of my physical body. It was horrible. So that's why, in terms of the situation that was found where I lived during the time when everyone perceived that I was murdered, I wasn't murdered. It was just quite an experience to try and get myself out of my physical body, to be able to set myself free from this consciousness system world, to be able to get into the dimensions, come here, talk to the world and say, hey, this world at the moment is what you think it is not real. Who you are is not real. It doesn't exist. There exists, I must probably be careful to say something else, because not that it's something else, it's actually who you really are within you, and it is infinite. It is understanding the principle of oneness and equality that must manifest and be experienced on earth. Because, God, there is no God. Fuck, that I knew. Most beings know that there isn't a God. There can't be. Certainly, I know this is a simple topic being used often, but it makes sense. If you have a look, why the fuck are children allowed to be raped? How does religion justify that? That they can say there is a God if that is allowed to happen? Please. Where is your common sense, humanity? It's impossible. That child has no idea of themselves. They don't have anything of this world. They're still on the stage, of growing up and experiencing themselves. And they're innocent. They're so innocent. And, in the dimensions, you start understanding it more extensively. You kind of see what is going on in this world and your eyes start opening up. And so, to a certain extent, I'm grateful that I allowed myself to remove myself from this world, and I did it with awareness. And, it was quite difficult, because it's like the systems inside human beings in their physical body, is really like tar, and you have to literally like pull yourself apart. It's like fucking glued as one together. You like kind of stand in it, and you pull yourself apart completely, and then you just go, and then your body collapses, and the entire systems inside your physical body collapses. And guess what? I'm still here. I mean, it's fascinating because you think you'd lose yourself or something to that extent, but you don't. I didn't. I'm still here. So what I'm saying is that who I am was the life essence of my physical body for the consciousness systems within me to be able to exist in terms of my entire package of human beings who have remembered me. But I'm not that. That is not who I am, and that is not who any human being really is. Who you really are is that life essence within that's been allowed to be suppressed by the belief that the thoughts and emotions and your behaviors and your personality and your entire package is really the end all of who you are, the alpha and omega of your world. So, this is Bob Wilmer. This is my experience. Goodbye.